ACT, you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the phone.
Well, I don't know either.
But she called Tamara after I told her. I said, listen, the truth gonna come out, goddammit. You keep on fucking with my daughter, the truth is gonna come out. You need to fucking leave her alone.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Back up. So Tamara knows already?
Yeah.
She know the truth?
Hell yeah. I told her.
So then I don't understand how they know all of the truth about these people, but they still allowing them to be a part of it.
Well, you know why? They had spent over $3, $4, $5 million, and it's too late to edit that shit and take them out.
That's some crazy shit. Now I can see y'all and y'all daughters, but if you know that, these other girls are being dishonest, my thing is, what makes you think that it's not gonna come out later and then you're gonna look like a damn fool?
Exactly.
So, somebody pulled up this tweet where they're admitting they knew this was all staged and did it for surviving RKelly cameras. This is the Clarys.
Like I said in the movie, I'll go back again if it's for mine.
Out of the Savages and the Clary, Azriel is the only one in the indictments for the sex trafficking. So just watch.
And when they want to know about the real secret of the studio, we knew it wasn't our daughter. It wasn't our daughter. You know why we stayed so adamant at that?
Because we thought it was somebody else's daughter.
Because we knew it was somebody else's child in there, and we wanted that girl out. And that police
refused to do the wellness check to let us go in there, and they said, somebody's getting locked up. And
sorry, a wellness check don't mean you go get the police and they let you walk in somebody's shit. That's where y'all fucking confused with these wellness checks. A wellness check is really for a fucking child. You send the police over to make sure the child is okay. So if the police go over there and verify with whoever you saw that everything's alright, what the fuck you want them to do? Oh, I know. You want to go participate in this fake ass movie, do all these interviews talking about you just want to see your child, and then, just keep watching. I'm finna let it all play out.
I said, I will go to jail. I need to see.
In Chicago anyway.
I've been locked up a few times, man. Like I said in the movie, I'll go back again if it's for mine. Azriel.
But you out here banging on the door, and you know she ain't in there. Okay. So when Dominique left, she linked up with y'all and told y'all Azriel was there. Interesting. Geronda Pace sends Dominique. Dominique sends word to y'all. See how all these people are connected? They all back here passing information, they say. But she'll say, I'll go to jail for my child. Okay.
At this point, if you our daughter, then come back outside or something, talk to us or whatever, let us know something. Clearly, someone is in the building. We just watched a young lady come up, turn the lights off, close the blinds and everything, but we couldn't tell. It kind of looked like it could have been her, but she did it so quick. We just seen a silhouette, like, her do it, like her arm. So I don't know. Just talk to her. Every other we love you, we miss you. Please come home.
And when they want to know about the real secret of the studio, we knew it wasn't our daughter. It wasn't our daughter.
person. That's it. April? Oh my God.
So R. Kelly made you have sex with another girl? Give me a call this.
Who is April? What are you curse his ass out?
Now in November, they ain't had no contact with their daughter. December, they conducted this interrogation they call an intervention. And they wonder why their daughter won't come the fuck back home.
He made you have sex with another girl?
He made me have sex with her.
You wanted to have sex with her?
No, I didn't. Oh my God. You didn't want to have sex. Who is April?
Who is April?
Who is April?
Who is April?
She's getting old. Who is April? Why do we keep talking about R. Kelly?
She want to sit there and have a conversation with her family, and they want to record her with this bullshit intervention, then go over her and tell the world wide web that she's a sex slave being brainwashed. Okay.
R. Kelly made you have sex with another
No,
girl?
everybody made me have sex with no
So
one.
This is not the way to go. I'm not telling you that you have to be like, okay, you're saying okay now because you want me to shut up because that's how you be. But I'm just saying that.
See, this how it goes. When Tim Savage wants to manipulate the public, he get a little excited and get to releasing information. He don't realize it fucks up his whole narrative.
At the end of this, if you leave, it's the end. I had a dream. I'm trying to tell you.
What
It was like this, and I was so surprised because I had seen a house down there, and my dream in the house was that house at the, you know, when you first turn in that house, that's the first house that I saw, and I was like, oh, I thought this was your house, but it wasn't. It was this one, and it was like Joy was here, and she was wearing like all black, and you guys were here, but you guys were like, you were like yelling at her, and she was like in a, you know, those black holes. And she was like swirling in it, and you were trying to get her. Just like I was scared just now when you were on top of her just now. That's how it was. That's how it was. And then she was leaving, and then her dad was like yelling, and I saw her sister, and the little one was like, she was like, Joy, come back, please come. I had seen a house down there, and my dream in the house was that house at the, you know, when you first turn in that house, that's the first house that I saw, and I was like, oh, I thought this was your house, but it wasn't. It was this one, and it was like Joy was here, and she was wearing like all black. And you guys were here, but you guys were like, you were like yelling at her. And she was like in a, you know, those black holes. And she was like swirling in it. And you were trying to get her. Just like I was scared just now when you were on top of her just now. That's how it was. That's how it was. And then she was leaving, and then her dad was like yelling. And I saw her sister, and the little one was like, she was like, Joy,
Who would want to go home to listen to this bullshit?
come back, please come back, come back. And she was like, no. And she left. And she never came back. That is freaking me out.
She don't have a dream that she found her in the woods murdered. Years ago.
You know when I had this dream? Last night. And when was the last time I talked to you? Last night. It's two coincidences that I'm in this thing, and I saw that.
You just talked to her last night, but she ain't got no phone. So let me follow you to another drop. Remember when I asked y'all, isn't it odd that Joycelyn is posting photos of R. Kelly sleep? Azriel and Joycelyn already told you their parents wanted them to blackmail R. Kelly from jump. So maybe that's what they went in there to do. But they had a change of heart. Y'all don't think that's odd? They got this photo of him sleep. But their daughter can't have no phone, no way to communicate. They hadn't seen her. Even though they made those allegations in November and recorded her on video in December, wondering why she wouldn't come back, because they with the shit. So fast forward, they go on a Lifetime with these pilots. They wanted their own little family show. But guess what? Lifetime ain't studying their motherfucking ass. They want the money. RKelly. They got 20 years worth of bullshit articles led by Jim Derogatis, Dream Hampton, and this other chick, I can't even recall her name right now, but you got them frontlining the negative publicity about R. Kelly, and nobody in his camp shutting it down like they should have. like any other celebrity, like 50 Cent, for example, who ended up suing Tierra Marie for her bullshit. It's just that simple. You don't have to call and make no threats to nobody. Okay?
How we got people like Me Too movement who played the role to get part of a goddamn TV series to be their name affiliated with it, and I ain't get a phone call. Neither did you from Tanya Burks. So let's stop making people false heroes. And I'm not saying that about anybody because not the nation, because I know Minister Farrakhan, you know, he definitely spoke. I think he had a private meeting with him. Nobody really know what the depths of the meeting went, but I know he did have a meeting with him. But these other ones that was a part of Lifetime and all this shit, we need them. We need them to step up and them to act like they plan a platform. All we doing is playing on each other as black people. That's it. For fame and fortune. That's it.
I want to say this, Lo, and I don't mean to cut you off. I got to say this. I got to say it. I see who? Tasha Unwind on here. I see you. You're a good person. I want to see all these other bloggers that's on here.
Look, Angelo couldn't even keep a straight face with that shit.
I want you to take what I'm finna say to you right now. Right now. You got a big platform. I really need for you to hear me clearly. I need everyone who said what happened on that Lifetime documentary, hold them accountable. Hold Lifetime accountable. Hold Bloom and Merritt accountable. Hold these people accountable to make sure these people can go on Lifetime and say what they said happened. Hold these people accountable. Make sure they talk to Kim Fox. Make sure they talk to Carl Howard. Make sure they talk to Homeland Security. Make sure they talk to the FBI. These people are waiting on to hear from you. From my knowledge, some of them have not heard from you. And if you haven't talked to them, well, shame on you.
They didn't talk to them because they didn't want to go make no false reports, dum-dum, like you did. And that's what they're so desperately trying to cover up right now. They want everybody held accountable. Okay, I want to start with you. I want to start with Angelo. I want to start with all y'all who had a plan to defame RKelly's character and risk giving him due process. Period.
Because you're out here preaching and saying that you have talked to them. And it's not fair to young woman that's been up by this man. So please, if you have anything to say, I've named out a couple agencies that you need to go and talk to on Monday morning and let them know what you know, and then we can move forward as accordingly.
Also initiated the investigations. Also initiated in planting these stories with the bloggers, such as Tasha K. So, back to what you said, Tim Savage. Hold everybody accountable. Sound like a whole list of lawsuits need to be coming. So let's pause right there.
I had known him 30 years before I came into his camp, worked with him. And I don't want to say I was in his camp. I was the outsider that was consulting and advising him, on things that made his operation dysfunctional, his brand dysfunctional. So it's smoke and mirrors, man. But the folks should be focusing on. I've not heard once anybody mention their names. So it's working. It's working that nobody's mentioning Bill David or June Brown or Cheryl Mack or I put the names out because I want people to start looking into these folks. Linda Mintz, Jones, Diane. These are names that people should be looking into because these are the folks that turned that evidence over to the Homeland Security. You know, when Rob realized that they were stealing from him and he was coming after their asses, you know, and they kept his world dysfunctional so no one would protect him. I mean, if you're wondering how he had security around him all those years, drivers, you know, these are the folks that we're gathering to come back and tell the story of how his world was so dysfunctional, but that was created by the people who ran his brand, and that's your Daryl Davis, that's your Barry Hankerson, that's your Jones, Renders, I can go on and on.
From the beginning, I've said this. Starting at Barry Hankerson, starting at Daryl McDavid, starting at all these people, they have led him and misled him with the business. And if you ask me, the more I start to investigate these things, I'm starting to side-eye these women. Like, were you even really with RKelly? You might have one picture with him, be on the stage with him a couple times, but if you were in a year-long relationship, why are those the only pictures circulating? It almost make me think y'all were really sleeping with these security guards, these people letting y'all in. My thing is the reason why people fail to realize why Cash gets so upset, because the things she said she saw behind the scenes made her question Dawn. And the fact that specific individuals tried to run her off the road and are putting out false narratives such as she's in witness protection because they don't want her to release certain information. Even with the Phases Live, with Angelo reaching out to her. All that is questionable. But what y'all fail to realize is I'm not here to defend any fucking body. I'm just listening to what they talking about. Period. And what they talking about is leading me deep into some real fuckery. And instead of getting on my platform and keep focusing on people who I'm not supporting as everybody else seems to like to do, I'm just following the drops. Following the drops. Okay? Let's pay attention. The $1,500 Amazon book? Yeah, like I said, they've been trying to publicly extort and shake this man down, but nobody wants to talk about it. And because she wrote this book that has made people look at him in a negative light, you fail to realize that the book alone, the publishing rights, will automatically let you know Surviving R. Kelly is a crock of shit. And it was used purposely as propaganda to defame R. Kelly's name. Now, the problem in which I was looking at Dawn, questionable, which I still am, because I don't give a fuck. I don't trust nobody that say they were in that camp. Because if they seen all this shit they say they seen, and then I'm listening to the people that ride for them so hard keep putting out these bogus ass stories trying to imply that Rashonda is the girl in the tape, that Rashonda is testifying, and even making articles saying that he is guilty because of this admit song. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm not finna go with what the fuck you saying. I don't give a fuck if you on payroll or not. The way you moving is fucking questionable. Period. So you don't go and attacking people, and every time people see that she's on live, they intentionally bring up Dana J and Dawn. And if you go back to the very beginning of Cash's interview, before she got upset, she clearly makes it known she wants to say nothing bad about neither party. Her interview was not supposed to be about them. She had a whole fucking line of questions that were not asked because people were allowed to get her bothered. Mission accomplished, but it's okay because I got the scoop. Okay. It took me months to come across this Don Russell person. You want to know why? Because as I pointed out to you, according to the reports, it was Don Russell who went from being assistant to a manager who nobody knows who the fuck he is. So ain't nobody been trying to focus on the motherfucking Don Russell. People been wondering why the hell the newspapers mentioning Don Russell name, but arrest Mason. It made no sense. The only person that come in here with this Don Russell confusion shit was people intentionally trying to throw the blame, which ain't gonna get nobody no fucking word.
Before I came into his camp, worked with him, and I don't want to say I was in his camp. I was the outsider that was consulting and advising him, on things that made his operation dysfunctional, his brand dysfunctional. So it's smoke and mirrors, man. But folks should be focusing on. I've not heard once anybody mention their names. So it's working. It's working that nobody's mentioning Bill David or June Brown or Cheryl Mack or I put the names out because I want people to start looking into these folks. Linda Mintz, Jones, Diane. These are names that people should be looking into because these are the folks that turned that evidence over to the Homeland Security. When Rob realized they were stealing from him and he was coming after their asses. And they kept his world dysfunctional, so no one would protect him. I mean, if you're wondering how he had security around him all those years, drivers, these are the folks that we're gathering to come back and tell the story of how his world was so dysfunctional, but that was created by the people who ran his brand, and that's your Derwin Davis, that's your Barry Hankersons, that's your Jones, Renders, I can go on and on.
Let's hypothetically say you don't want to believe nothing that comes out of Cash mouth. It's your prerogative. But go look up the copyright. Because once they pull the copyright for the book, that tells you the fucking author. End of discussion. So if Geronda Pace went and testified to the grand jury that that book is her story, she lied. True enough, Cash told me that she had help writing the book, but she's still the author, as you can see. Employed by Rachel Eve Desjardins. If y'all want to look her up, I hadn't got to that yet. But the point in this is, be productive. Stop playing. Daddy's Little Freak was wrote by Cavante Jones, a.k.a. Cash Jones. Surviving RKelly frauded America. And the way I'm sitting here having to break down all these facts, I might need to sue their motherfucking ass myself. This emotional distress. I done had some stories go down in my life, and this is just a trigger for me, so I can imagine every other woman who's had traumatic experience that have been exposed to this bullshit and given the impression it was real. Y'all keep saying Dana J is the problem. This person is the problem. This person is the problem. Half of y'all are the motherfucking problem. Because if you think these people ain't watching what the fuck is going on and trying to figure out ways to fuck it up because they don't want their little dirty little secrets exposed, you're a fucking fool. The reason Cash Jones ended up meeting or getting into the R. Kelly camp is very easy. The people in his camp allowed a lot of fuck ups. Maybe they weren't doing what they supposed to do. And maybe they were indulging in a little bit of behavior themselves. And guess what? When you do that and a woman wants some money, she don't have to sue the bodyguard when she can sue the celebrity. Just a thought. Have a great day.